Hi viewers, welcome to this channel. So before we move into the video, already I have started project 3, that is regarding the Power BI end-to-end project that I will be continuing, and this is the new project, that is project 4, which is entirely about the Msbi project, which includes the SSIS ETL tool and SSAS and SSRS finally. So this will be continued as per the project 4 and that will be continued as per the project 3. So in this first part of the this Msbi project, which is project 4, initially we are going to use the SSIS, that is SQL Server Integration Services. For that one you need an Microsoft SQL Server configuration like this, and you need an Visual Studio which is installed with the SSIS package, SSAS package and SSRS installed. So firstly, this project name is Superstore Analytics. So here we are having the Excel data which is having orders as an one table, returns as an one table and people as an another table. So these Excel file should be converted to database file by using the SSIS services. So after that I will be showing, and I will be showing you the incremental loading, which is not slowly changing dimension, that is by using the lookup. In the previous project we have used that is in project 2, incremental loading by using the slowly changing dimension, but now here I am going to apply the incremental loading by using the lookup. So initially I am going to create a database in the SQL Server Management Studio, that is by clicking on that databases, that is right click, new database. So the database name is sample store. I am going to give it as sample store. So this is the database name I am going to create. So click OK. Here sample store database will be added. So sample store database has been added successfully. So if you expand this one and if you click on the tables, so there is no tables created by us, we need to create. So we need to select the sample database here, and now as we are going to convert the Excel file which is shown below into database file, so the first thing is go to the SSIS new project and click on the SSIS toolbox, click on the data flow task. So now the data flow task has been successfully dragged here. So if you click on this data flow task, it will be redirected into data flow area. So the tools in the control flow area will be different from the tools box, different from the toolbox from that of data flow. So now what I am going to do is I am going to take an Excel file source, because here our input source is Excel. So you need to drag the Excel source. If it is CSV file type, you need to drag flat file source, but as our source is Excel file source, we need to drag the Excel source. So now click on this Excel source, and here it will be asking for the Excel connection manager. Go to the new, and you need to provide the Excel path file. So browse that one. So as is on my desktop, that is Superstore data, so click that one. So click OK. So here it will be loading the name of the Excel sheet. So how many were there? Totally 3 were there. So I am going to drag the first table, because if you look here you are having orders table, returns table, people table in single Excel. So I am going to drag the orders table first. So order table I am going to select here as the name of the Excel sheet, and go to the columns, and if you look at here, all the columns of the table has been shown here, and click OK. And so I am going to rename it as, so what I have given here, orders. So I am going to rename it as orders. So the Excel connection manager also I am going to rename it as orders. So now I am going to drag the OLEDB destination one by one, tables one by one we shall drag. So this is the thing, and now I am going to connect these two, and now double click on that OLEDB connection manager and create a new OLEDB connection manager. So now our database is, so new database, so server dot Windows authentication, select database name. So here what is our database? Sample store. So test connection, so test connection succeed. Okay, okay. Now table or view fast load. So name of the table, so we doesn't have any, so we need to create. So as it is an orders table, click on the new. So give the name of that OLEDB as orders. So click OK. Now go to the mappings. So everything done here. So click OK. So finish. The first one has been finished. So come to the control flow area. Now go and drag one execute SQL task and connect it to the first data flow. So there what you are going to do, double click on that execute SQL task, so which is for orders table. So here we need to mention the connection type, that is a sample store database. So here I am going to use delete from orders, because the name of that one I have given is orders table. So otherwise if I don't give this one, every time the loop will be repeated, so that double the amount of rows will be inserted there, because here in the data flow in the OLEDB destination, the name of that one I have given is orders in capitals. So now drag another data flow task. So this is for the orders. So now this is for the second table, that is returns. So click on that one. Now drag the Excel file source again and name it to returns. So double click on that one. Now Excel connection manager, for this one it should be new again. So select the Excel file path as a superstore. So click OK. So here it will be asking the table you want. So I am going to drag the people. Oh sorry, returns I have taken, right? So returns. So these are the return, you can preview. So we have mapped everything and click OK. So that is the thing. So again I am going to rename this one also as returns connection manager. So now I am going to drag an OLEDB destination now. So connect up both of them. Now double click on the OLEDB destination. So this is the OLEDB manage connection manage sample store type. So if you drag now, you will be getting the tables. So name of the table, again you need to create new. So now I am going to give the name as returns in capital letters. Returns, click OK. So map, everything mapped, OK, finish. And here again drag one more or copy one more execute SQL task, paste it here. So and connect to this one returns, and double click on that one. Connection manager doesn't change, but here delete from will be changed to returns in capital because the table name is returns. So every time the loop won't be repeated now. So two of them has been finished. So now one more data flow I am going to consider because the third table called as people. So I am going to rename it as people, and double click on that one. Go to the Excel source, rename it as people, double click on that one, new connection manager, browse, superstore, OK, and here in the table there is Excel sheet name people. So columns mapped. OK, click OK. Now drag the OLEDB destination for this one also. So double click on the OLEDB destination. Sample store database doesn't change. Table or view fast load. So now again new table. So the name of the OLEDB destination now is in capital letters people. So map, click OK. So this one I am going to rename it as people connection manager, that is people. So come outside again. So now copy this execute SQL task and connect it for the people database. And now change the connection manager doesn't change, but now change the table name as people in caps letters. So this is how you load data from each and every source. So if you click on returns database, so that one will be shown here. So if you go to the Microsoft SQL Server, so there if you look here, if I refresh this one by right clicking on the sample store database, see now you will be getting three tables. One is orders table, second one is people's table, third one is returns table. So if I select this one, that is orders table, so no data will be inserted, only the table structure will be created because we have used the OLEDB destination. So see here, only the structure will be created for each and everything. So if you select similarly people also, only the structure will be created, no data will be inserted. Similarly for the returns also. So now if we execute that package, all those things will be loaded. So for that one I need to click on the start, that is execute the package. So if you can see here, it is showing error because what we need to do is, so you need to go to the solution explorer here and under the project name, that is Superstore, right click and go to the properties. So in that you will be having a project. So in that you need to go to the debugging, that is under the configuration parameters. In that, run 64-bit runtime should be made false in order to execute the Excel type of source. So now if you debug, so now see the execution will be started. So that is why it didn't execute in the previous case, because we need to make it as false. So see here, now everything is executing properly. So now if you execute this one, so build has been started, build complete. So people's table has been loaded, all the 3 tables has been loaded to database. So if you click on the orders data flow task, so 9964 rows has been loaded. So for that one we need to check in the SQL Server Management Studio, that is orders table. So select so if you look at the orders table, so if you execute that one, so you are going to get 9994 rows. And if you look at the people's table, that is execute that one, 4 rows has been loaded. And if you look at the returns table, that is if you execute that one, 296 rows has been executed. This is how you convert the Excel file source data into OLEDP type. So this is the part 1 of the MSBA project, which is an SSIS. And in the part 2, I am going to show you the incremental loading with the lookup. In the previous project, I have shown you with the slowly changing dimension, but now I am going to show you with the lookup table. So, and this project will be continued alternatively with the project 3, that is Power BI project itself. So kindly subscribe to this channel.